Okay, this is my birth chart. It's done under the tropical zodiac, so it gives a Western interpretation as opposed to an Indian or Vedic interpretation. But the things to note on this chart are the moon on the ascendant, actually just into the 12th house, but more or less, it's more or less on the ascendant. And the opposition between Mercury and Saturn and the Sun, that's quite an important axis. So there's two major things going on. There's the moon on the ascendant and the Sun opposed to Saturn, with Mercury next to the Sun. The third bit of the chart that's worth looking at is the Venus, Mars, and Neptune in Scorpio, which becomes quite interesting in terms of my progression. And they're all kind of, well, the Sun in the second house with Mercury, and we've got Venus, Mars, Neptune. That was the fourth house, I think, if I remember rightly. Those things become quite interesting when you put them together, and they explain quite a lot about my life if you put them together in the way that makes sense. And the connections are shown in the elemental distribution, so you can see lots of fire. Well, there's a reasonable distribution. Lots of fire, lots of water, quite a lot of earth. Reasonably distributed according to cardinal, fixed, and mutable. More mutable than anything else, but still nothing's missed out on that kind of quality level. And there's not very much missed out in terms of elemental distribution. So it's well distributed, much more yang than there is yin in this particular interpretation, which is the polarity that's shown there. And again, it kind of makes sense when you interpret it according to your own personality characteristics or your own life process. I'm not going to go into any details about mine, but this kind of makes sense to me when I interpret it in terms of my life. I've done this as a rough estimate of the time of birth. What I did was I dowsed for my time of birth because I didn't have an exact time. So this is an approximation of the birth chart, just to give me a starting point for interpretation. I do tend to interpret astrological charts intuitively, which means I can go off in almost any direction, depending on who I'm talking to and what they're interested in. And I use the chart as a starting point for the reading rather than a full structure. So I'll start with an interpretation of the chart, and then if I go off in a different direction, then I go off in a different direction, and that's the way it is. What you're paying for is 17 years of experience rather than the time it takes to read a chart. So that's the way that I kind of process the whole thing. I'll put that back to the main chart again, so you can just have another look at that. And that's more or less it. Thanks for watching.